Good? I think we're good. We're in frame. Okay. Okay, I'm married. Hi guys, welcome back. I missed you guys so much. I'm so glad to be here again and share my life. My name is Allie. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I am a hairstylist documenting my journey to owning my own hair salon one day. My dream is to combine the life coaching world with the beauty industry because I truly believe that beauty comes from inside. I am back. I'm married. Wedding went amazing. Oh my gosh. But first, can we talk about the wedding blues? No one told me about the wedding blues. Okay, once the day was over, I literally cried, and I think I have footage. I was just crying because the wedding was over, like overwhelmed. Like it was just very sad, like that it's over, like everything I've been planning, everything I've been like envisioning. And it just went by so fast. I felt like I didn't really get to spend time with anyone like, you know, you see everyone there and you just want to like, you know, you just kind of want to hang out with them longer, but then you're like, oh, but then you can't because you have other guests to attend to and say hi and thank. And so definitely very busy day, very short day, but beautiful. It was a beautiful day. So the other day I did a poll on my Instagram and I asked what you guys wanted to know a little bit more about, and one of them was talking about the wedding and the other one was about my weight loss journey, which they kind of go hand in hand, so I'm just going to briefly cover both. So as far as my weight loss journey, it did start January of 2024. I was at, I believe, like 190. I think I weighted myself one time. That's when in January when I started, I was 190 and I was like, holy guacamole, like I might as well be 200, you know? And so that was very frightening. And so that's when I reached out to a nutritionist. I reached out to a personal trainer and we worked on a meal plan. And as far as training, I was a personal trainer at LA Fitness, so I kind of was already on a training schedule, but it was the meal plans and the meal prepping that I really didn't know like how to do it or what to do. Yeah, basically all I needed help with was the meal prepping. So then I started getting really good at eating clean and eating whole foods and high protein meals, and then I was working out consistently, and little by little, like I started seeing good results. And then my period would come and then I'd feel bloated again, and then I'd feel like I gained weight, and it was very bizarre. It was a very like roller coaster. It was a very roller coaster feeling because one week I'd be down, one week I'd be up, and I'd be like, this is not working. So then I was paying the nutritionist, and so I was like, you know what, I am just going to figure this out on my own. I kind of know what I gotta do. So I let her go, and then all the summer I was just doing my own thing, still eating clean, working out, and then eventually I noticed that it started working. I would notice that doing a lot of high cardio and like HIIT workouts, high intensity or high interval intensity, intense workouts, like that really helped me out a lot. Really focused on cardio and eating less. And then with work, there would be some days where I wouldn't really have time to sit down and eat 3 meals or eat throughout the day. And then it would happen that I would only eat once a day and still be working out, but I would only eat once a day. And then I would notice that the next day I would feel so much leaner, I would feel so much better, my energy levels were really high. And so that's when I was like, what is going on here? Because this feels right, but I'm also not eating as much protein as I should. And so it was concerning, but it worked out because as long as I wasn't lifting heavy, as long as I wasn't breaking any muscle or trying to build muscle, I think it worked out. So then I just started hitting cardio, and that included a stair stepper, and I would only do 20 minutes at most, you know, and that helped me out so much. Then I wasn't really on a meal plan. Then I was just eating once a day, whatever I wanted, and I still felt pretty good, pretty stable. And I think eventually my body just kind of like reprogrammed or balanced itself to the point where I could eat anything I want and still burn it off. Anyway, that just worked for me, you know. Everybody is different. I do want to remind you that as I share my story, I just, you know, that's just what worked for me. And I'm pretty sure I probably missed some details because I jumped too fast. But yeah, the biggest struggle was just eating clean and eating high protein meals and sticking to it, because I got so bored of those egg whites, I just couldn't do it anymore. So that was my biggest hurdle. Other than that, working out 20 minutes, running, or I get like just 20 minutes of cardio, just moving around at like a high pace, like dancing, or what else would I do? Stair stepper. That like 20 minutes, that's all you need. And then you stretch, and then like if you want and if you feel like it, like for me, my target area was my arms, because I knew that my dress was gonna be like little spaghetti straps. So I really wanted to tone my arms. So before I would hit cardio, I would do a little bit of like arm pull downs or shoulder presses. So that really helped me just tone my arms and like kind of like get them shapened up and not so, what's the word, flabby for lack of a better word. And then I would hit cardio. So that really helped me out for the last 3 months of just till wedding time. And I don't know if I shared this, but so I started off at 190, and then my goal was to hit, so I started off at 190, and then my goal was to bring down my weight to about 160, 165. That's been my goal. Wedding day, I weighed myself, I was 168. So even to this day, I think I'm still 167, 8, 9, I don't know. I didn't weigh myself this morning. I'll weigh myself tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't hit my target goal, which was, like I said, 160, 165. But it's okay. Little by little, I know I can do it. It's just a matter of dedication and eating clean again, which I'm not ready for, honestly. Eating clean sucks, girl. Like, I don't know. I just can't eat egg whites. But there is this one cookbook that I'm looking into, which has whole ingredients, and it's by this guy, this YouTuber. His name is Remington James. He has a whole cookbook, and it's really good food. Like, it looks delicious. So I might look into that and just buy it and then just make our meals from that. I don't know, because they seem pretty cool. Okay, so my best advice if you are trying to lose weight, listen, everybody is different. Your body reacts different. My very first step for you would be to figure out your body. Okay, like assess your body, work out different work out different. Oh, how do you say that? Try different workout plans. So try to do cardio, try to do weightlifting, try to mix the both together, or try to do Zumba classes, or try to do Pilates. Oh, I also did Pilates. That was awesome too. Or try to do yoga, something, anything that just gets your body moving and see how your body reacts. And then weigh yourself. I know that you shouldn't rely on the numbers. Like right now, that's why I'm not too concerned about my weight. It's more of how I feel. So for you, I think you should get yourself a weight, like a scale. Weigh yourself. Don't get too obsessed over the numbers. They're just numbers. Your body will fluctuate. That's one of the things I learned in this weight loss journey, is that, and I show it, hopefully I'll throw in some clips, but especially during the last week the last 2 weeks of wedding preparation. Oh yeah, so last night it was 176, whatever it says, and then this morning I weighed myself again and I was 172. So I'm gonna show you guys right now where I am at. Oh, 174. Well, this morning it was 172, but it's probably 174 too, because the camera itself weighs like a pound. No, it probably weighs like half a pound. And I already drank my coffee, so I would notice that my weight would fluctuate and be all over the place. Like I would easily drop 5 pounds overnight. How? I don't know. But don't panic if you know one day you are higher than normal. Your body's gonna fluctuate, and just know your body. Take notes. I would have a journal with me. If you're not used to journaling, write it out on your phone. Just track it. Have some way to track how your body is reacting to different workout plans. So that would be the very first step. The second step I would do if you are trying to lose weight is definitely eat high proteins. Definitely eat, cut out any processed food, any junk food. Cut out, if you can, any sugary drinks. I'm not a sugary drinker, so that kind of was like helpful too for me. Yeah, cut out sweets, candy, and junk food. To add to step 2, right? So cut off all that junk food, all those foods. But also if you are a busy girly, or if you just don't like the idea of meal prepping, or if you just don't want to eat clean and salads or just high proteins and like clean foods, then eat your Jimmy John's, eat your pizza, eat your cheeseburgers, eat your turkey burgers. That's fine. But then just do it once a day. Just eat once a day, and then drink lots of water, which is step 3 and tip number 3. Just drink lots of water, okay? Fill yourself up with teas, water. Yeah, just stick to eating once a day, and preferably anytime before, I would say 4 o'clock. That way, if you go to bed by like 10, your body's already entering into this like, I don't know, I'm not an expert, but like your body's like hungry again, so it's gonna start burning more fat as you sleep. I don't know. That's just my thinking. So I'm not an expert, I'm not a doctor. So again, listen to your body. See if that, I mean, those are tips that honestly worked for me. I would only eat once a day and then call it a night, and I would wake up amazing the next day and be like, okay, so I can eat whatever I want. I just only eat once a day. Also, I'm not talking about a little snack once a day, okay, because then now you're gonna go into starvation and you don't want to starve yourself either. Oh, that was another thing too. I did fast a couple times. Like whenever I would have a big weekend, I would just fast Monday all day and just drink lots of tea, and then I would and then I would break my fast with like an apple with some bananas, some fruit, or a smoothie. That way your body's first ingredients into your body is like nutritional whole foods, you know. And yeah, and then I guess I know I had another tip. I don't know if I have it on here. Let me check. Okay, yeah, so I think that's the best 3 tips or best 3 steps advice that I can give is know your body, keep a journal, track it, see what your body's reacting better to, drink lots of water. If you can't commit to a meal plan, then just eat once a day. It's probably not the best advice, but it worked for me and I felt great. Okay, now moving on to my dress story. Okay, so the day my dress comes in, I try on the dress fits great. Like it's a little loose. Like it's not too loose. You know, it just needed a little tightening. So the seamstress or the lady tightens it up. She's like, okay, we're gonna tighten it up and try not to lose no more weight, because you know it'll be too much cloth that will be taken off, and we don't, you know, we could mess with the dress. I'm like, okay. I'm like, cool, yeah, I can keep this weight. Like, you know, I wanted to lose more weight, but I was like, okay, I'll keep this weight off. Like I'll maintain my weight. So I forgot when this was. Then I go back 2 weeks before my wedding. I get the dress, last fit. It's the last fitting, and the dress doesn't zip. She is having the hardest time zipping it up. She's alone in the shop, so no one else was around to help us zip up my dress, and she was struggling so much, and literally took us like 20 minutes to put that dress on. And she's like, it fits, I can see it, it can close, there's just something wrong with the zipper, like it's just not. I'm like, she's like, suck it in. I'm like, I'm trying to. I'm like, but the dress, I don't know if I have a clip or a video. I'll probably put a picture somewhere, but the dress was like tight around my ribs. I'm like, those are my ribs. I cannot like that. I keep that. It just, where's it gonna go? So she's like, oh, I'm like, and I told her, I was like, you told me not to lose more weight. So I've been keeping my weight. Like, had I known that this was gonna be an issue, I could have lost more weight. And she's like, no, it closes. And so eventually we did get it to close. And she's like, how do you feel? And I'm like, oh, it's tight. Like, the dress was like tight. And so I'm not panicking, because I'm like, you know what? I could drop another 5 pounds in the next 2 weeks. Like, I just would literally have to like not starve myself, but pretty close. Like, I literally would only be able to eat not just clean, but clean once a day. So like, by clean I mean I would only be able to have like my 4 ounces of ground beef with vegetables or quinoa or something to keep me full a day. And so and then smoothies and juices and all of that, you know, and on top of that, like, lots of cardio. So I could do it. So I wasn't really panicking. But oh my god, that dress was so tight. And so in order for it to feel like more comfortable, I needed to lose a little bit more weight. And so she did tell me, she goes like, well, if you can lose a little bit more, like maybe just like 1 pound. I'm like, lady, I'm gonna lose like 5 pounds, okay? Because I want this to feel not too tight, but also not too like flowy or too loose. So I'm like, I know what I gotta do. So sure enough, and I don't know if I have footage of it, I probably will dump it somewhere here. Yeah, sure enough, I dropped, I want to say like 4 pounds maybe, and the dress fit perfectly. And it was great. Like, the dress fit just perfectly. It was still a little tight, but not too tight. It was just right. So that was like the only funny story. The rest of the wedding went well. The rest of the wedding was just amazing. My coordinator, Marissa, shout out to Marissa if you're watching my video. She did amazing. Huge shout out to her and her team and her help. I honestly could not have done it without them. Like, I'm just so grateful, you know. And the best advice I can give to you if you're getting married, or if you're planning a wedding, is definitely envision it and create a vision board. Like, I don't know if I should, let me show you guys my board. Okay, so this is literally like, I wanted a physical one because I wanted like all my bridesmaids to like get a feel of it and see it. But this was my vision board basically. Not everything got done. Like, we didn't end up with the instant camera, like the cameras. We didn't end up with that. We didn't do little packets, so the cake didn't look like that, but that was the vision. And it was just so much planning, like so much planning. I was very meticulous with my vision. I wrote it down literally. Okay, so I literally wrote down, and this is the best advice I can give you, is to envision your day, from your makeup to your dress to your shoes to your jewelry to what you're gonna eat the day before. Just so much to envision. Like, I envisioned the night before, okay, this is how I want it to go. This is what the rehearsal is gonna look like. This is where I plan it to be, and then the dinner, and then where am I gonna stay, and where am I gonna get ready, and how am I gonna get to the church, and like, do I want the girls there, do I not? It's just every detail that you can think of. Imagine it and write it down. And then I would say, just get organized. I literally, like, I wrote out my timeline for the day and I sent it to the girls, and they were all on the same page. I wrote a document to every vendor. I wrote one document with like every category. So the DJ would be connected with Marissa, which was my coordinator. I had a document for Marissa, like, because I wanted Marissa to like get the idea and envision, okay, this is where I want the you know, the BAR, the bar letters to go. I want it to go on this side of the bar, and I want greenery on there, and I want candles. And then on this side, I want our cocktail menus. And on my in-laws table, I want this frame for my mom, for the mom, and this one for dad. And so it's like little, for my sweetheart table, I want this to be like a lot of details, a lot of details. It was very stressful. It was very, very stressful, but I am so glad that I did it. I am so glad that I wrote it all down and I sent it to her, and we went over it, and we were all on the same page. I had no worries. Like the week before, like the week of preparation, I had like one meltdown only because the fiance was like, so where is this gonna go, or how are we gonna pass out the drinks or something, but like for the cocktail hour. And I'm like, I sent you the document. Why aren't you looking at the document? Like the document had everything. And it's an inside joke because now we call it the document. Anyway, so yeah, the week before I was a little stressful. I was a little like concerned. But then the day of, I was just like, you know what? I prayed and I said, God, let this be your will. Okay, I did everything I could in my power to write every detail down and share it with everyone so that we can all be on the same page. And now it's up to you. So it was my day, you know, to enjoy, my day to remember, and it was beautiful. And we had no issues. Everything went smoothly. It was the most amazing day of my life. Honestly, it was just, I felt so special, so special. And it went by so fast that it's, you know, it's sad, but that's why I got the wedding blues, because then I was like, oh my gosh, I don't have anything, like nothing to look forward to anymore. And it just hit me like a ton of bricks, how I'm looking at everyone sending us the pictures and the videos, and we're opening up our gifts, and it's like, oh my God, like, I think I was drunk for like 2 days drunk and crying. But then I was so glad that I had work and I had my YouTube, and I was just so happy that I kept busy. You know, it got me out of my funk. So that was really good. Let's see. Yeah, so another tip or another best advice that I have if you're planning a wedding is enjoy the moment. You know, I know that throughout the process I would be like freaking out. I would have moments where I would panic and be like, oh my God, I haven't done this, and like you're just on this constant worry. And then this one time I was working out and I listened to like a positive podcast. I was like, I just want to listen to something positive, something different. And this podcast lady was like, whatever you're going through right now, I want you to remember to enjoy the moment that you are in right now, because that's the moment that you're supposed to be in. That is, so just whatever it is, enjoy it. And I'm like, that really resonated with me, because I was like, you're right. You know, let me enjoy this moment. Let me enjoy the planning process. And just be grateful, you know, and look forward to the day, and it's going to be the best day of your life. So, okay, moving on to a little stretch here. All right, moving on to, hold on. Okay, all right, so that was a little bit of my weight loss journey. I don't know if it made sense. If you have any questions, please comment down below or DM me at Hair Done by Allie. There's no regimen. There's no like strict plan for me. It was just, I listened to my body. I like kind of felt like my body reacted better to just strictly cardio and eating once a day. And like, I mean, it just, for me, my body, and for my body, it works. Like it's like, what is it? It's the mentality or the concept of less intake, more output, right? More, so like eat less, do more, right? Do more exercise, like work out more, eat less. That kind of like worked out for me. So listen to your body. And yeah. And as far as your dress, try to get it like 2 months before. Try to get it like a month before your wedding. I kind of waited too long because the lady was like, yeah, you know, it should be fine, and then it wasn't. And don't do that. Don't do that mistake. Get your dress a month before, take it home with you, and try it on every week just to see if you're on pace, if you're feeling good with your weight, because I only had like a week to lose more weight. But yeah, that is a little bit about my weight loss journey and a little bit of how the wedding went. There were no surprises. Everything went well. I documented it, like I wrote everything down. So it was just beautiful, beautiful. I have news, very sad news to tell you guys. All right, guys, so we do have some bad news, or I have some bad news for you. I am no longer at B. Bauer Hair Lounge in Tinley Park. I got terminated yesterday. So today we are recording this on a Wednesday, the 6th, and I got let go yesterday, Tuesday, election day. We were just not, long story short, it was just not a good fit for me. I think, hold on, I think this guy's gonna come in and knock on our door. We have a visitor, hold on. Okay, where was I at? Yeah, so I got let go from the company, B. Bauer Hair Lounge. And the reason for it, long story short, I think is because we were just not a good fit. Like, her words were, you're just not gonna thrive in my salon. Which I appreciate, you know, that she was looking out for me. That's the way I see it. You know, I think Brooke knew what she had and what I brought to the table. And I appreciate that, you know, she recognized that I was just not going to go far or nowhere as far as growth within the salon, because I don't know, I just felt like I was the only one there, like very motivated to pull my camera out and, you know, I have a YouTube channel and put myself out there and talk about extensions and talk about Kevin Murphy, and I just couldn't wait, you know, to start doing more services and everything. And so I felt like the other girls weren't really, you know, participating much in that. They were scared. They were camera shy. You know, they didn't, some of them were fresh out of school, so they weren't used to putting themselves out there yet. So, you know, I kind of agreed with her as far as her decision to let me go, because I felt like I was the only one doing it. And it was like, well, she likes that we do it, so why aren't the other girls doing it, you know? So I appreciated it. I mean, I guess it worked out for both of us. She said she's been doing it for a long time. She's been doing this for a long time, and she can see that I was just not going to thrive at her salon. So I do appreciate her telling me that and letting me go before it's too late, or before I start feeling stuck there and, like, you know, not growing. So that's just, you know, that just opens, like, for me, I like I said, I couldn't say appreciate anymore. It was a great, you know, so for me, what that means is just, you know, new opportunities. You know, it just means, like, now I can look elsewhere. Now I kind of know what I'm looking for too. And we'll see how it goes. And I can't wait to share that journey in the meantime, I am still going to be working on my social media. I'm still going to be coming on here and sharing, hopefully now on both platforms, hopefully on YouTube and Instagram now too, because I have both cameras going on now. So yeah, I just wanted to come back and talk and share with you guys what's been going on in my life, in my world. We'll see where I end up at, where God takes me. I'm looking forward to it. You know, the way I don't see it as, hold on. Okay, so yeah, so the way I see it is like it's an opportunity, and I'm so excited to bring you guys into this new journey. I don't know where I'll end up. God only knows. I'm excited to see where God takes me. So we'll see. So if you are going through something similar, if you just got let go of your job or they fired you, same thing. But if you got fired, if you got let go, it's not a sad time. It shouldn't be. It obviously, rejection hurts, and you know, no one likes to be rejected, but see it as a new opportunity. See it as, okay, what, you know, where else can I go? And be excited for it, because when you have faith, and like for me, I know that God has a better plan. So I'm not too sad about it. I'm excited. So okay. So that was a little chit chat. I hope this video wasn't too long, and I hope I didn't ramble too much. And I am so happy to be here with you, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys on my next video. Okay.